Another idea in rounding is what I call the 1+ rule. You'll often hear called the sig figs or something like it. You'll see this a lot in a chemistry or physics class. And what it has to do with what you're given the material in, the given the data points. And you see this a lot in statistics. They may not tell us round to 2 places, round to 3 places, but depending on what they give us in the data, if they often give us, and say this would be, let's go to that money example, 0.23, 0.57. They just have this, all this listed out, all these 300 data points, say that we punch into our StatCrunch or Excel and we find out what is the average. If everything is given to us in the 2 decimal places, commonly when finding like the mean or the standard deviation, it's common to take that to 3 decimal places, 2, 3, 5, or whatever it happens to be. When you get that average, say it says you punch it in, you get 2, 3, 5, 7, 1, 9. And yes, all of these are to 2 places. It's common to just take this one more to that 1, 2, 3 place, where I'd say 0.25, that 7 takes it up to 6 would be my mean. Same thing for the standard deviation. When talking about with people, even though it's to whole numbers or maybe number of cars, we'll see that a lot in our example, where it says 57 cars on this cruise ship, 209 cars on this cruise ship, 173 cars, and we get the mean and we get the standard deviation, and it tells us something like 87.23192, whatever it happens to be, right? This long, never-ending decimal where it looks at, and these will actually have terminated or repeated at some point. But what happens is, if all of these are whole numbers because they're cars, it's common for the mean and standard deviation, take it one more place. 87.2 would be the average or something like that with your rounding. So sometimes that 1+, again, you'll hear this called significant figures in many of our science classes.